Good evening, it's Matt Rogers, Skywatcher UK. It's now 12 AM here in the Northern Hemisphere. And I just want to show you something, okay? There's moon phases. Now we're getting a very bright moon tonight, early hours of the morning. And this moon is called the waxing gibbous. Illumination is 99%. And here on the diagram, I want to read this to you as well. It says here, today, Thursday, June 8th, 2017. The moon today is in a waxing gibbous phase. This phase is when the moon is more than 50% illuminated, but not yet a full moon. The phase lasts around 7 days, with the moon becoming more illuminated each day until the full moon. During a waxing gibbous, the moon will rise in the east in mid-afternoon and will be high in the eastern sky at sunset. The moon is then visible through most of the night sky, setting a few hours before sunrise. The word gibbous first appeared in the 14th century and has its roots in the Latin word gibbusus, meaning humpback. Here's some more details of the waxing gibbous as well, and the moon rise and the moon set as well. So again, it's just keep an eye on the celestial body of the moon as well, because again, this early hours morning, I've been watching it for a couple of hours and it's very, very bright, as I believe there's something else reflecting off the moon as well. So I hope that others will see this and keep an eye on the moon, because there's a huge reflection coming from somewhere else as well. And again, NASA won't say anything, so we just got to keep doing the work for ourselves, haven't we? Again, I've been studying the moon for many, many years. Even at an earlier age, I've been looking up at that moon, the celestial body. And for the past 2 years, this celestial object is reflecting different colours of it now. Red, pinky reflections and very much glowing blue reflections. We've seen these on the other cams and Alaska cams. This strange heavenly body has been round for years, and again, it's a situation, I believe, that they cover the moon with cloaking technology. They're chemtrailing the moon as well. Nearly most nights they're chemtrailing the moon, even tonight here, early hours of the morning now, coming into the 9th of June 2017, they've chemtrailed the moon. Like ready sort of looking chemtrails. There's a red object reflecting. There's something that's travelling with the moon as well. And many of you have seen these objects up there, with this huge celestial body that's with our Earth, our stabiliser that's supporting our Earth. But the Earth now is wobbling. It's in a situation now for all this bad space weather that's out there. And again, you've got to ask yourself, that how did all them craters get on the moon? Because there was a huge event when the last pole shift occurred, when Nibiru, Helion and the brown dwarf star came right close towards our Mother Earth. And it pelted the moon, it pelted the Earth, it pelted other celestial objects again with huge asteroids, meteors. The evidence is there, isn't it? You can see the size of these craters on the moon. And I believe there's other things on the moon as well, because NASA won't tell you this, but they point their satellites, their cameras as well, towards the moon all the time. Because I believe they're picking up signals from this celestial body. There's something going on, isn't there? And again, still, the powers that be want to hide this from us. They don't want us to know the truth, do they? Because why would you chemtrail the moon? They're military jets, they're military planes, them turbine jets you can't barely see or hear at night time, spraying those skies in the area of the moon, because the moon doesn't give off radiation, doesn't it? Doesn't cause any problems towards us. It's just a huge piece of rock, as I said before. Now, there's many pieces of rock that fly by our Earth at night time. We see this, but news media will not report this. They only report the odd few smaller pieces of rock, just for the public not to be worried about it. But I tell you, there's large chunks, mountain-sized pieces of rock that fly by our Earth, fly by the moon as well. And we've got that huge asteroid that's following us, Apophis, and we get to see this in the future as well. The flyby will be between us and the moon. Now that's really close, isn't it? That people are going to catch it with their eyes. So there's going to be this huge event that's coming in now. It's just a situation where we just got to keep persistent and keep monitoring everything, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go to another image now, but the moon is a very strange object, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't rotate, it just... I mean, I really want to study this. I'm going to do some real serious research on this for you guys to look into this whole situation with this celestial object, because I've got to get to the bottom of this. I hope you can see this image, okay? This is an image of a sun, okay, that's going into a supernova. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a true image that's been taken by a high quality satellite imagery telescope. I mean, you can see this clearly, can't you? I mean, this is what happens when a situation occurs out there in space, and we have these objects all around us. We've got billions of brown dwarf stars. We've got billions of other rogue planets that are going in any direction. I mean, it's a situation that one could just come straight past in front of our orbit and that's us finished. We've got rogue planets everywhere. And it's a very dangerous situation, isn't it? Space, the universe. I mean, there's lots of wonders and creations of the universe, of stars being born and stars dying. It's just life, isn't it? This is what happens with us, and this is what happens with everything that happens around us. So again, this image, I'm hoping you can see this. So anyway, I'm going to go to another image for you. This is an infrared image of Jupiter rotating. Okay, it's like a special infrared image. Now, again, Jupiter is a very large celestial body, and it takes in a lot of things, a lot of asteroids. It covers us up, really. It's a protector of our celestial body, the Earth. Because if it wasn't there, there'd be a lot of trouble for us. So it sucks in asteroids and comets and all sorts of trash that's coming in. There's a lot of things coming in now that's coming from one part of the through the Kuiper Belt, and we've got other celestial objects that are in our inner solar system now. And again, NASA will not disclose this. They will not disclose this because we are seeing very strange skies at the moment, and we're seeing these like comet sort of objects with tails behind them. There's, you know, like asteroids in the sky. I mean, they're not chem planes or anything like that. And I saw one about a month ago, and it was just spectacular. I mean, it was not a chem plane. It was on a funny angle. It was facing downwards, and it had a curve to its tail. It was very strange. And other people are seeing this as well. These objects. So again, I believe we've got to prepare for this. And also this evening, I saw 2 rainbows. Now, these rainbows were like dead straight, and they were beside each other through the clouds, orange type clouds, and they were pointed upwards to the sky. Now that was spectacular. That was very strange. That occurred about 6:30 this evening. Well, yesterday evening. But the thing is, it was absolutely spectacular seeing that. Here's another piece of footage, a short piece of animated footage of a brown dwarf star. Now, it's speeded up through the years, okay? Now, this would be a number of years, not just a few years. So it just shows you that them brown dwarf stars do move through in an ecliptic orbit through the system of space. And this is what the brown dwarf star Nemesis would look like, with Nibiru, Hellion, the other planets that be rotating with it. And believe me now, okay, now, being seeing those strange skies for a number of years now, and seeing that object last year in July, I can tell you now that the system is with us, and we're seeing a lot of strange clouding and a lot of reflections and colours up there above Earth's atmosphere, and those chemtrails getting a lot worse. Those objects are here, and many are waking up to this now. So again, it's just me checking the cams, which I will do every day. Every time I will get to check those cams. And on clear days as well, I will go out and I will video them skies if I see anything that's strange. I've seen a lot of strange things up there, and I know you have too. All of you have seen something. You've witnessed something up there in the skies, and it's made you be persistent and be strong, and knowing that you've seen those objects. And this is why you follow the channels, to seek the truth, because you've all seen them. You've all seen Nibiru, you've seen these celestial objects. I can guarantee you now, of my thoughts, the hand on heart, that the Earth will go into a pole shift like it has done in the past. We are heading close to a huge pole shift, because as they spray up there in the atmosphere, they're trying to cool our planet down, because I've said before, the sun has its companion star now, Nemesis, and space is now heating up, and those other planets, they are heating up too, that's in our inner solar system now. I mean, there's so many earthquakes that are occurring around the Earth now. Every single day we're getting high numbers of earthquakes. And also those, as I've said before, those sinkholes. They've stopped reporting many of them now, but they're still occurring around the world. If you look deep into news, WikiLeaks and other news, real news, internet web pages, there's reports of other sinkholes. And it's a situation, isn't it? Because the North and South Pole are melting away, the ice caps are melting, the salt levels in the sea are going down. I mean, there's sea levels rising all across the globe now. And this is all bits and pieces of evidence that we're having to put together all the time to get the truth, to get the right information. So again, we just got to prepare for this event, because our Earth is being affected right now. The magnetic system of the Earth is going to flip. The poles are now ready to switch. I mean, the Earth is now slipping. We're all slipping south now. I'm going to keep an eye on the jet stream for you as well, all this week, and the weather patterns as well, because every time I go back to the jet stream, I see a different pattern of behaviour of the weather. Because, like on the other piece of footage, the Alaska cams, you can see those huge HAARP clouds that are being produced by that machine, that technology that they built. And they're spreading those skies, and those clouds don't move for hours, and then they start moving in different directions, as you've seen on the Mexico cams, from the natural burnt clouds. Because the jet stream is finished. It's really finished. And they warned us 15 to 20 years ago, when the jet stream slowed right down, they were worried about this. But they only gave a short statement about this on news media, because this is what they do. They only give us small pieces of information, and it's down to us to carry on and find and research the rest of the information that's going down. Because we have every right of the information, we've got every right to know. Because we live on this celestial body, and humanity needs to wake up to the real, true truth of what's going on now. This is a made-up graph, okay, for you, the subscribers, of Nibiru in red and the Earth in blue. And this is the transit of the passing, the crossing, as Earth is rotating and going through its orbit. You can see this from the months and the years. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this graph up for you and produce more work with it, so we can get a rough idea of the directions and things. Because it's about time, isn't it, that we try and get more details of the directions and things as well. So I'm going to go now, and I will be back to you tomorrow with some more footage of different cams, and hopefully get some live footage out there as well to spot some objects up there in the heavens, because we're seeing these things now. We're seeing these objects, aren't we? So again, have a great evening, and I'll be back to you again tomorrow from Matt Rogers. Good evening, it's Matt Rogers, Skywatcher UK. It's now 12 AM here in the Northern Hemisphere. And I just want to show you something, okay? There's moon phases. Now we're getting a very bright moon tonight, early hours of the morning. And this moon is called the waxing gibbous. Illumination is 99%. And here on the diagram, I want to read this to you as well. It says here, today, Thursday, June 8th, 2017. The moon today is in a waxing gibbous phase. This phase is when the moon is more than 50% illuminated, but not yet a full moon. The phase lasts around 7 days, with the moon becoming more illuminated each day until the full moon. During a waxing gibbous, the moon will rise in the east in mid-afternoon and will be high in the eastern sky at sunset. The moon is then visible through most of the night sky, setting a few hours before sunrise. The word gibbous first appeared in the 14th century and has its roots meaning humpback. Here's some more details of the waxing gibbous as well, and the moonrise and the moon set as well. So again, it's just keeping an eye on the celestial body of the moon as well, because again, this early hours morning, I've been watching it for a couple of hours and it's very, very bright. as I believe there's something else reflecting off the moon as well. So I hope that others will see this and keep an eye on the moon, because there's a huge reflection coming from somewhere else as well. And again, NASA won't say anything, so we just got to keep doing the work for ourselves, haven't we?